Welcome back to the European Championships coverage of the Women's Open Division. We are at the Franz Ferdinand course in the Czech Republic. We got the third round, back 9, directly onto hole 10, 82 meters. Very many protector trees. It's a par 3, so we're looking to see some birdies on this one, aren't we? Again, I'm Dave Lizotte, here doing the commentary. With me is Mike Palmer. Thanks so much for joining me.
Hi Dave, good to be here. So hole 10 is actually second most difficult. It's averaging...
Oh, really?
Oh no, I'm sorry, second most easy. It's averaging just over par.
Yeah. So we're looking to see some good results here, Eveliina. Who was that? I'm so sorry. Henna, that was Henna. She came up a little short. Kristin throwing.
Yeah,
also ending up a little low.
She'll have a putt from there.
Yep. Keiti coming in after the amazing throw-in.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
on
shot.
hole 9. I assume everyone has watched the front 9, so that shouldn't be a spoiler. So yeah. She's got to be pretty pumped up, and unfortunately a little bit high, gets caught by one of the guardian trees.
Yeah, she threw that in on hole 9, from about 100 meters?
Yeah, well, at least, yeah.
Incredible shot.
Yeah, super sweet shot.
For the birdie.
And this is tracking. Yeah, Eveliina seems to be the only one that's put herself into position for birdie right now. Everyone else has stayed a little short. Keiti's gotten caught up in the trees, so she's going to try and just put it under the basket. There we go. Tap in par, so always very satisfactory. Here's Kristin for the birdie. She's such a great putter. And she always straddle putts and has such a nice bullet putt. Unfortunately, misses this one a little high.
I feel like the other ladies really need to start making a move to start catching up with Eveliina.
Absolutely. Eveliina is just cruising along with a 6 or 7 stroke lead the entire time. So,
and there's another birdie rung up.
Yeah. So she's just reinforcing her lead.
Yeah, stretching the lead to 8 shots now.
So 1 birdie and par for the rest. But the par for the rest are the ladies that are trying to catch up a little bit. So certainly advantage Eveliina here so far.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah.
Anything can happen. We've got some tricky holes ahead.
Here's a tricky hole. Par 4. Hole number 11, 261 meters. You got to pump it out into this area right here. And you got a very long curve to the right. The tree's tucked in the basket. Basket is tucked in behind this guardian tree. Let's have a look how they pump out their drives here. There's the scorecard. Happy scorecard holder. Thanks for that. That's a little low, but she's going to get out to where she wants to be. I think, although she's a little right now, and fairway does curve off to the right, so that's not the optimum positioning there. Henna's going to try and have a similar shot, staying off a little more to the left, hopefully. But there is that big tree on the left, so it's all very difficult. But this is the shot that we're looking for. That's what we're looking for, right down the middle. Nice shot, right in the middle, off to the left a little bit. She's going to have a much easier approach to the basket.
High five from her compatriot.
And best friend, I would say. Even at the tournament central and around the housing, they're always hanging out together. So
Yeah, they seem pretty inseparable.
yeah.
Both sponsored by Innova, both through destroyers on that hole.
Kristin also pumped one out right into the middle of the fairway, exactly where you want to be. Nice solid shot from Keiti, unfortunately also pinched off on the right-hand side. We'll see what they do.
The gallery's growing. Maybe some of the other guys are finishing up, coming out to watch.
So that was basically a throw, getting into position to be able to see the basket a little bit onto the left-hand side of the fairway, which is where you want to be in the first place. And if you're not, then good Lord, what a super high, fantastic bombing throw. Oh, there it is. I sort of lost it in the air right there. So this is a great forehand, great place to be coming in. And she's caught behind the guardian tree. That's not a nice place to be. Let's see if Henna can. I'm sorry, I keep on saying Henna. I do apologize for that. Her name's Henna. Small difference, but it makes a difference. Right. Well, so far she's the only one with the a look at the basket. Keiti with the forehand, trying to get it on the trees, looking great. Little skip, jump, roll, curl. Perfect. That's exactly what you want, and she'll be able to tap in for par.
Awesome shot.
Yeah. Also a great shot from Eveliina, right into the bullseye. Kristin trying to get out of trouble. Puts it into the bullseye. And here's a chance at birdie. The only one on the card. Oof. I was thinking that was going to go in, because although she has been struggling around the circle a little bit, she seems to execute extremely well on the long putts. So
yeah, she gave that a good run.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's one par for Eveliina, par for Henna.
We didn't see any birdies on this hole today from the females division, so
yeah, it's a tough hole. I think I've mentioned it before. It's a long course, really long, designed really for the men's open division, and the women only have 2 shortened tees. So I believe hole 10 that we saw before was one of them.
That's right.
Now we're on to the famous hole 12 pond hole. Now this hole is 201 meters, and you need 2 shots to get up within range, unless you have some kind of amazing throw. This hole never stops curving off to the right. So, and you got so many protective trees protecting the fairway from the tee pad, and it's really difficult to get anything within position to attack the green. So I think we'll mostly be seeing solid throws into the fairway. Shout out to Bushnell, I guess. Sure, why not?
This hole's playing is the most difficult on the course.
Yes,
in both male and female divisions.
Yeah, totally expected. It's a nasty hole. It really is. I mean, even when you think you've played it well, anything can go wrong at any time. The pond is protected. The basket is protected. The tee off is protected. So, yeah, this takes everything.
It's averaging 2 shots over par today, and we've seen some
2 shots over par.
Some 7s and 8s. We even saw a 12. So
yeah,
anything can happen.
there's a nice Anheuser. It's going to beautiful. Went through the tree a little bit, through the little branches there.
Kristin going with her effortless looking sidearm.
Totally. I was just going to say, wow, how smooth is that? It's just amazing. Yeah.
Great tempo.
Super precise. And that's a nice looking disc, that is. She's unfortunately had it a little bit low and it's rolled off, but there's no OB here, so she'll be able to. Now she's just trying to get up close to the pond somewhere, but not too close, because if you're too close, you're in a ditch. So she stayed well back and still has a pretty solid pump over the pond, where a lot of discs are floating, by the way. It's strangely enough, most discs sink, but somehow there's a lot of discs floating in that pond. So Eveliina has had a very unfortunate roll away. We'll see what kind of a view she has. Henna doing what so many of the players do, just a big pitch up putt kind of thing, just to get close and into position for the third shot. And she's going for it.
Aggressive play.
Yeah, that did not work. But hey, go for it. Yeah, why not, eh?
Yeah, I guess she's saying she's got 10 strokes to catch up. She needs to.
Oh, what a bonus hit off the trees that was. Come on, make it up. Oh, sweet.
Excellent.
Sweet, yeah, perfect shot. Yeah, she knows it. She knows it. That was shanked off a little bit to the right, and she got a little bit of tree kiss love, which is always a very welcome thing in the world of disc golf. Sometimes trees can be nasty, sometimes they can help.
Great shot from Keiti.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's you really have to make it up onto the green, because even if you make it over the pond, you still have a 1.5 meters or 2 meters that they've roped off as OB. So yeah. Eveliina also able to put it right there. Kristin has never made it over the pond, so she has to start from back there again, right it up. As you can see, it's very difficult footing there. And she manages to get it up onto the green as well. And let's see how the putting goes. So a long walk around the pond. Now they're all on the green. Quite long. Oh, sweet. There we go.
Nicely done. She seems to have found her rhythm a bit with the putts
absolutely,
today.
yeah.
I saw her miss a few yesterday, and today seems to be nice and smooth.
Oh no, the spit out. Weak side. So not really a spit out. It was just a weak side double bogey, unfortunately, with the OB.
Yeah, that's going to hurt for Kristin.
Keiti with a super nice bullet laser putt. Eveliina going for the par. That's right in there where it's supposed to be.
So 3 of them taking pars, they'll be happy with that to walk away safely from this hole. Something about water really gets in people's heads.
Absolutely, yeah. Water's a magnet, as are pedestrians. Right, on to hole 13. These fallen down tree trunks right in front of the tee off, forcing you to go maybe a little bit higher than you want to, although you do have to throw high because this is overhanging branches. And slight right, left to right. Again, only one of the 2 or 3 flat holes on the course.
Yeah, one of the easier holes, averaging par exactly in the field.
And this is looking great if it gets below those branches, and it does. And she has nestled. That is a guaranteed birdie.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, perfect shot. That's exactly what you want. Henna's going to try and follow that route, I assume. That's looking very mid-rangey. Or no.
I think that might be Destroyer again.
Yeah, eh? But she's shanked it over a little bit too much, gets caught up in the trees, and falls down into the ditch, which is unfortunate. It's going to have a very difficult approach. Stay right, hold the line. That's looking sweet. Yeah, it fades off a little bit to the left, but she's certainly within birdie range there. Kristin going with the forehand with her patented super smooth forehand. Unfortunately leaves it a little short, but she's also within striking range.
Nicely done.
Yeah, super nicely done with the, I think that backward stance is called patent pending or something for some reason. Here's the first attempt. Come on. Nice putt. Yeah, just over the edge. Right where you want it.
Henna threw a rock 3 off the tee there.
Okay. Oh no, Keiti spits out on the left-hand side. That's unfortunate. She was really hoping for that birdie. Henna in for the par. And now it's Eveliina's turn. Finally, she threw first and putted last. That's always a bonus.
Nice feeling just to be able to drop your disc in like that.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's got another par, building her lead even more.
Birdie, yeah.
On to hole 14, par 4, 256 meters. This is a very tight little chicane corner here that you really got to navigate. You really got to stay on the fairway here. If you throw too long into the right, you're completely pinched off. If you stay left, you're under branches and the approach is going to be extremely difficult. And this basket is further than it looks. So we'll see what the women can do here. And that needs to come back. And it is. Oh no! It's the first time during this tournament I've seen someone actually hit one of the hay bales.
Yeah, so those hay bales are in play. But you can't throw your disc from on top of them, we were informed.
You can't take you can.
No, you take relief if it's
Okay, I see. Or you can stand on top of the hay bale, right? If you want to be cool.
I wouldn't do that.
Oof. Now there was a rip and hash. She gave it her all. Just stay to the right a little bit, get around the corner. Now that's a perfect shot. That's exactly where you want to be.
Great distance.
Yeah, she's happy with that.
I see she clocked 135 meters on one of her drives.
Oof.
New disc. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it really is.
So impressive.
And it's all about form and timing. Keiti also cranking one out there. Let's hope she can make it around the corner. And she's just short and she's going to be under those branches now. So we'll see how much of a bother they are. Oh, she has a nice window through. Oh, that's nice. So she can give it another crank. Fortunately got through all the branches. And she's made her way well down the fairway to within relatively easy approach distance. And this is a problem with staying right, is that you got to throw a monster anhyzer. And yeah, that's fine. That's where she wants to be. She'll have a nice little chuck up for approach. But birdies are looking
unlikely.
Unlikely, yeah. I think Henna so far is the only one with a chance to get it within range. Kristin also has to get around the corner, and she pushes it off a little to the left. We'll have to see if she has a view of the basket. So here's Henna, a little bit bothered by the branches, wasn't able to take a full run up, but well, she gets it to within long range birdie attempt. Keiti chipping up. Another one in? No. Right. Well, she's right into secure putting range, so that's okay. Eveliina with a big jump putt. Oh no, stand still. Well done. So yeah, they were a little bit closer than I thought they were, and but still out of range. But it looks as if Kristin's actually going for it. Good run.
She got one of those in yesterday from that distance.
Yeah.
Highlight reel.
And here's Henna with the lone birdie chance on this hole. Uphill. And she's left it low, unfortunately. Which is really unfortunate because you got a bit of a backdrop going uphill, so she could have run it, but every putt is difficult, right? Every putt is difficult. Every putt is a new putt. Absolutely. And check this putt. Check the bullet. Boom! I love that putt.
No messing around.
No messing around. Straight in. All right. And the rest are going to tap in par. So I think we got pars across the field, which is pretty good on this hole.
Yeah, there were no birdies on this hole today.
None at all.
0.
Okay. Well, I guess that the women in this group are actually the furthest throwing women at all in female disc golf. Discmania, one of the main sponsors of this tournament. Hole 15. Guess what, Mike? It's long.
You don't say, Dave.
I do say it's long. It's all downhill, so maybe we could see a birdie to par 4, 228 meters. Lots in the way, though. There's a guardian tree on the right-hand side for the right-hand players who can't throw the forehand. So and it's a little pitched off. You're sort of forced off to the left off the tee, but we'll see what they do. The right side of the fairway is protected.
You can actually see the basket from the tee, which is pretty unusual for this course.
And this is going to slide in nicely, use the slope of the hill to gain a few more meters. And she's in really good position to attack the basket from there.
Eveliina's looking so solid. 8 shots ahead of Henna.
Yeah.
10 on Kristin.
Yeah. Just cruising in. Nice low pump from Kristin. Also fine positioning.
Going with the destroyer.
Oof. Well, that was a pump, wasn't it? She gave it entire body body movement. Unfortunately, it fades off to the left, gets caught up in the trees. Keiti concentrating, trying to get it down the fairway as far as she can. Good whip. Staying to the right of the fairway and slowly moving into the left. Perfect. Right in the middle of the fairway. It's exactly what you want.
So hole 15 basket's quite a good vantage point for seeing a few different plays.
Mm-hmm. To actually sit there at the basket, and then you can look around and see several holes, can't you, from
For
there?
those who don't want to be walking around all day.
Oh, way to whip it through the branches. Unfortunately, she's fading off a little bit to the left, but she'll have a bit of a run at the basket. And we know Henna's pretty good at those long putts, so up next, Kristin. And she's shanked that over to the right a little bit with the cut roller. She didn't want that. She would have hoped that would come back nicely. Didn't have enough height.
Keiti looking for another throw in.
And this does not look good, unfortunately. Well, seems to have gotten through a bit. That's nice. Eveliina with the longest drive on this hole, trying to take advantage of that. And if this does, oh, what a sweet shot. This is looking perfect. There we go. There we go. So it looks as if, unless people start putting in monster putts from places unheard of, Eveliina's going to gain another stroke advantage on the card. So yeah, just a little pitch up. No point in being aggressive at this point. Let's see where Keiti ended up. Yeah, just off the...
Yeah, she was off to the left, but there's no OB here, so...
Yeah.
Still
So
a bit
she's
of work to
pushed
do.
that a little bit long, so she's going to have a tester putt to come back. Henna just off out of the circle. Well out of the circle, not just, but well out of the circle. Circle 2. Well out of circle 2, and she's putting it up. Just short, but
She'll take that.
she'll take that, absolutely. No rollaways, no skippy, rolly, curly things, so that's good. Just sits there right in the bullseye. And it's for par. That's right in the middle, right where it belongs. Great putt.
Oh, she's missed that birdie opportunity. It kind of stuck in her hand, it seems.
Oh, no.
She looked
Well,
to the
that was
skies.
unexpected. Well,
Yeah, complete airball there. I don't know what happened. She looked like it stuck in her hand a bit.
yeah, something. It is. No, it's very humid. All right, there we go. Takes care of it. Unfortunately, a par instead of a birdie. Well, not like she needs birdies, but I mean, birdies are always nice, right? But in terms of her lead, she's well ahead of Kristin.
And Henna's 8 shots back.
Yeah. 7 shots ahead of Henna. 7, isn't it?
8, yeah.
Oh, 6 plus... Oh, yeah. Sorry. Math. Right, into the last 3 holes, the backstretch as they're called. This is tough. This is a 302-meter par 5 hole. Off the tee, you're faced with a 90 to 100-meter tunnel. Very tight, very tight. And then once you're out in the open air here, you got another couple of huge shots to navigate this fairway, which is fading slightly downhill and to the right, and then the pin curls slightly where the pin position, the basket is curled slightly to the left, and uphill a tiny little bit. So yeah,
This is super tough.
Yeah, first order of play, get out of the tunnel. So we'll see if they can do that.
It's the 4th most difficult based on the averages, averaging over 1 over the average.
And this needs to flatten out. And it does, and she's sweet. Sweet throw right in the fairway, exactly. There's not much more than you can expect than that. So that's a beautiful throw from Eveliina. Kristin trying to do pretty much the same thing. Get a good solid grip on the disc. Nice whip. And that is going to be just fine. Even if you leak up a little bit on the left, the only problem is footing. There's an elevated footpath there, so if you're too close to it, you're going to be on a weird angle, and the grass is a little bit longer, hard to walk through. Right, so Eveliina has drawn the line. Kristin followed it. Let's see if Henna can do the same. It's also easy to throw it a little bit too hard because it is far. So throwing hard, we all know, produces shanks. Ooh,
oh, that looked like
she seems a little off balance, but
that's going to be tough.
That is going to be tough. Sometimes if you leak left on this hole, you still have a view of getting out onto the fairway, but it certainly cuts your chances at birdies.
Henna's looking like
she's
feeling the
she's
pressure of it there.
Yeah.
It's a long day. A lot of walking.
Yeah. Sweet shot from Keiti. Also manages to get out of the tunnel. And let's see what Henna is faced off. She faded off left quite early, but I think she's out of luck. She's going to pitch out onto the fairway somehow. Yep, that's about all she could do. Well done. Successful getting out. She's still got 3 shots to get her par, so that's okay. So now another bomb needs to be thrown. So like we've mentioned several times, this is a very grueling course, and most of the holes you got to pump out at least 2 maximum effort drives. So it's very strenuous and a hot day, sweaty. But I must say, they're all still looking pretty fresh. So that's good to see. Really nice Anheuser. Going to fade a little bit left. That's no problem. She's staying in the fairway. And she'll have a good view of the basket from there. Be able to attack it with her next approach.
To get to the basket in 3 shots, it just requires 3 perfect shots, really.
Absolutely, yeah. That is an amazing shot. Henna on her 3rd throw after pitching out from the woods. Nice flat ground. She can pump one out, and it looks as if she's shanked it off. No, she hasn't. Bad camera angle. I'm so sorry. Well, good camera angle, but difficult to see. But she's found another tree there. She'll be under a tree for her next throw. I think she's joking about she's pretty sick and tired of being in trees. Yeah. Standard fan the hand thing. Very wet hands. Nice to have dry hands when you're throwing the discs. And that is looking mighty fine.
Great shot.
Look at that. Great shot. Yeah. So she's going to be in there with 3 shots. So she certainly has a very real chance at birdie.
Yeah, she threaded the needle there. That was impressive.
Yeah. And this from Keiti also looks close to perfect. Just sit down. She's also in the circle there, which is nice. So we're actually having 2 birdie chances so far. And that looks pulled.
Yeah.
Yep, she's pulled that into the little hut there on the right-hand side. We joked about it being the fairy hut because we were talking about fairy fairways, but be interesting to know what that hut actually is. Got some airplanes flying overhead. Looks as if Henna has to go to a roller. Yeah, she's got to get around the tree. She puts that down super nice and hits the back of the hut. No, that's really unfortunate. That was just starting to work its way back in. The hut putt. And that is short. I think she was possibly laying up, or just a little weak on the approach. This certainly looks like I'm going for it face. She puts it up and just off to the right, unfortunately.
Close but no cigar.
Here's a real chance at birdie. Oh, sit. That's unfortunate. She could have used that. Both Henna and Keiti have blank cards so far, which is just par. White, 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 par, 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 which is actually quite fine. I mean, it's, yeah.
That's an awesome birdie. That's
There's
really impressive.
A birdie, yeah. How many birdies did we have on this hole?
Only 2 today. Heidi Line was the only other lady to get the birdie here.
Good par. Unfortunately, a bogey for Henna. But she did have 2 bad shots, so yeah, you got to pay for that, right?
On to 17. Some uphill ahead of us.
Yeah, hole 17. Gradual uphill to the landing area, which is right around right here. And you can see the fairway is pinched off. 135 meters, plays more like 235. Because once you have your fairway shot, then you have an approach which is basically into a wall of a hill. Extremely uphill, extremely difficult. The most important thing is to get into the fairway really as far up as you can. So it's really difficult because the right hand side of the fairway is protected by trees and the left hand side is pinched off with OB. So
we have an FPOT on this hole. It's one of the only 2 holes.
That's right, yeah.
So that makes it a little bit easier for them. It's still a lot of work to be done up this big slope.
Yeah, the designers of this course certainly wanted the women also to be able to attack with a decent drive. They wanted them to be able to attack the basket on the second throw. So it's only fair to push the tee off about, 30, 40 meters in front of the men?
40 meters, yeah.
Yeah. And Keiti has pushed it off into the right, which is a little unfortunate. But the play up the hill is generally super high bomb anhyzer. So maybe forehand, but it's a pump.
Yeah, you've got that OB on the left that kind of puts the pressure on you a little bit.
Yeah. Henna also in a really nice position. So they've all successfully landed in the fairway here. And we'll see what they got for the second shot. So you'll be able to see how uphill this shot is. You can see it now. I mean, uphill. Oh, she stays low. That's interesting. Great shot, but lands a little short, just inside the circle. Kristin going with a forehand. Also just inside the circle by the tree there. Evelina's forehand.
Oh, that's great.
That is perfect. Yeah. So she's going to be tapping in the birdie there, being able to extend her lead once again. So far, bogey free on the back nine.
Big high and hyzer. It's a little bit short.
Yeah, a little bit short. It's hard to get that big high anhyzer to go long enough. It's a very difficult throw. Also a very dangerous basket. If you hit the cage or something and fall down, the chances of it rolling away are very high. Very high. Great birdie for Henna.
She needs a few more of those tomorrow.
Absolutely. Birdie for Kristin. Able to put herself into the starting position of being tied for second place. And a par.
She's held it together nicely, Keiti.
Absolutely, yep. Getting par on every hole is not to underestimate, that's for sure. So there we go, another birdie for Eveliina. She's forced to made her advantage 9 strokes now. That's quite incredible, considering the talent of the two that are following her in second spot there, Kristin and Henna. But that's the way golf works. Anyways, here we are at the 18th hole. They've just had to walk up the hill. Now they're throwing back down the hill. So it's been an exhausting day. And you get to finish the day with a par 3. Very reachable. Downhill. Quite tight, actually. Quite tight on the right-hand side. A lot of players leak off to the left. There's a little area of woods, and after that there is a street and a fence with OB. But it's rarely in play. Even a shot like this that skips off is going to be fine.
It's kind of similar to hole 1, except without the OB, the tight OB.
Exactly, yeah. So in terms of distance and stuff. Tiny little bit further. But again, an elevated tee-off box. Look at that. Look at that. The tee-off box is taller than Eveliina herself. There we go. Right down the middle, onto the circle's edge.
Should be a simple up and down from there.
Yep. Being able to go into the clubhouse with a 9-stroke lead, which is fantastic for a final day to start the day off with a 9-stroke lead. But could go down to 8 if Henna can. And this is looking nice. Needs a little bit of height. Needs to curl in a bit. Yeah, she's put herself inside the circle as well, which is nice.
Great shot, pin high.
So she's got a chance to get 1 stroke back. Well, we'll see. Keiti could use a birdie here. She really could.
Oh,
but she's let that go a little early, a little high. That's going to go off into the woods. You should have an easy approach, though. Nice group of people waiting to see all the players come in on 18. Great little watching area. So Keiti's fallen off into the woods there, we see, but it's got a lot of space to make an approach, and she's done just that. Just outside of bullseye.
Good shot.
Yep. Finished the back 9 with all white, and here's a bit of a chance for Kristin. She's really far away still, but she's going to give it a run, I think. And it's up, and that was not at all a run. So she's just decided to put it up close enough to the basket to take her par and go home. Oops. All right. No worries. Miss birdie putt, that's okay. She just also wanted it close to be able to tap in the par. There's a nice birdie for Henna.
Great birdie to finish the day.
Yeah. Always nice to finish the day with a birdie. You can start all your horror stories of the round with, well, I finished with a birdie. So, but she's had a pretty solid round.
Yeah, the defending champion.
Yep.
She'll need to have a hot round tomorrow, I feel.
Nice one. Good solid par.
Big applause.
Now to wrap it up.
Oh, and she's completely missed that. Again, it kind of stuck in her hand.
Yeah, it was sort of a strange little release. Now she usually has such as...
Yeah, it looked a bit rushed, maybe.
Yeah. She usually has such a smooth release. It seems to be sort of caught up in her hands.
Oh no, she's missed another one.
What? This is very peculiar, to say the least.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh no.
No, come on. Oh my God. A 4-putt to end the day. This is completely unusual. Triple bogey. That was not...
Triple bogey just to make the round -1.
After such a solid round. So, yeah, well, that changes things a little bit. She still has a substantial lead. So that was a huge surprise. Very strange to see. I'm sure she's more surprised than anybody else about that.
Just a little bit of lost concentration at the end.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And then just down to 5-shot lead there. So
yeah,
that makes things interesting for tomorrow.
Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah.
Keiti have it very clean.
Yeah.
Par all the way.
Let's have a look at the overall standings as we look down into the castle there. So the 4 players have stayed on the lead card. Anniken Steen almost made it up into the lead card, but yeah, same card for tomorrow. Please join us for the lead card coverage of the European Championships.
See you tomorrow for more disc golf. Thanks.